Many older people recommend playing mahjong. Those of you who do not know mahjong, it's a Chinese, it's not a card game, but it's a brick game, little bricks, right? They shuffle around. Mahjong. Many older people recommend mahjong to make the mind active. Some adults also recommend poker. Anyone you know is poker? Julius, what's poker? Good, you don't know. It's not taking a stay and poke people, all right? It's some card game. Card games. Some recommend poker and blackjack, another card game, for the same reason. What are the dangers in doing this? All right, so someone asked. Because it's very common. Just like when I was visiting an elderly, the person said, you know, this Zhonghua Association keeps coming to her home after Uncle Sito died and say, hey, Auntie Sito, come to our association. Come, we have mahjong games every day. Mahjong helps you to keep your mind active, all right? And some will tell you, play all this. Maybe young ones also. You obviously know this is not a kid asking, all right? This and a parent asking. So maybe your child asks you, Daddy, I want to play with this computer game and that computer game, all right? Is it all right? So the same principle applies. What do you think, parent? Parent. Okay, Laura, all right? One of your child says, Mommy, can I play some of these card games or mahjong? I want to learn a cultural game to keep my mind active. What would you say? Say again. There are different ways of keeping your mind active. But they say, but a lot of people say that this is good. Right, then Daddy comes in to the room. What? Right. John, what would you say? Not related to spiritual things. They do many non-spiritual things, in a sense. All right, depends what you mean by spiritual. I think I understand what you say. But when you say not spiritual, what do you mean? Because studying is not per se on surface a spiritual activity. All activities are spiritual in a sense. We have a spiritual purpose. Not spiritual means? And then they say, don't ask so many things. Not spiritual, go. All right? But I think I know where you're going. And even this person will ask, what are the dangers? That's what the parents are saying. There are many things that you can do that may not expose you to certain dangers. Don't have to be this. Now, these are usually associated with gambling. All right? That is the point. Very often associated, the association is with gambling. That's why you say it's not spiritual. It means it's gambling associated, right? How can you think about these things? Right? So number one, yes, we would not recommend. We would not encourage. And if people ask, we should tell our children or each other. Now, there are many ways to keep your mind active. But why choose things that are associated with gambling? What for? Right? And I do not, yeah. Now, so association. Now, so you just copy this verse. I'll read to you. 1 Corinthians 8:13. Now, 1 Thessalonians 5:22. Abstain from all appearance of evil. Abstain from all appearance of evil. That's a biblical principle. Now, think of this. When you're there, when you're playing, and other people who are non-Christians, they associate these things with gambling, all right? Typically, I won't say always, all right? And then they say, oh, you're a Christian. You tell us you're a Christian. Well, Christians gamble as well. Appearance of evil, stumbling, causing potential problem for your witness. You may say, but Pastor, I'll do all these things, but I won't put money on it. It doesn't matter. They do not know. They still see people collecting money. Oh, you don't want the money? All right. But they still see the appearance of evil, all right? Avoid it. Now, in fact, 1 Corinthians 8:13, wherefore if meat make my brother to offend, I will eat no flesh while the world standeth, lest I make my brother to offend. What happens if a weaker brother? Oh, maybe gambling is all right. Or maybe a weaker brother who used to be in these gambling things, and say, well, playing without using money is all right. But understand the second principle, temptation. Temptation to yourself, and you could stumble and cause another brother to be tempted. They play without money, and then slowly they go back to money, right? So, association, temptation. Now, what does God say? In 1 Corinthians 10:12, wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall. Now, these are principles that you can apply to this question and any other question, all right, teens? If you see a computer game that your friend plays, would you play it? What is the association? What is the temptation for you? I say, well, they're not sinful things. It's just like, just water bottles pouring on each other, right? Some of this advertisement, like pour water, and pour different color water, and try to fill the bottle with the same color water. It's not sinful or anything. All right, so I ask Cornelius. I'll keep asking the same thing. Maybe I ask Elim, right? Elim, please be careful. So the choice of things. Now, I'm not saying that we cannot do anything then, all right? But always have these principles in the foremost of your mind. Remember that. Now, what about the time that you spend there? Ask yourself that. What it is. The mahjong game, I don't play mahjong, so try to find out. Anyone have played mahjong before? How many hours does it take? Okay, Claude, how many hours? 4 hours, all right? So about there, check the internet, they say 2 to 3 hours. All right, so you must not be a good mahjong player, right? 4 hours. Well, they take turns to so-called lead it, and so on. A number amount of hours. So if there's something that you want to do to work your brain, don't choose something that will take so much time, right? Right? So some of the question to ask. Then what about friendships? I think someone said, who do you play this with? Now, typically people want to play this unbelievers. Most of the Christians say, I stay away from these things. Appearance of evil. They rope you in, then you're among them. How much? 3 or 4 hours with unbelievers. I know what some of you say, right? What will you say, Jonathan? Oh, share the gospel. They are captive with me for 3-4 hours of gospel sharing. The things that you'll be talking about, even not sinful things, who you spend that many hours with to strengthen your brain. But what are you talking about? What are you doing? What will they be talking about? So now many of these things are problems. So it is not just mahjong, poker, blackjack. Anything that the Christian wonder about. Think about these principles, all right? These principles. So addiction.